So here we are looking at Follies and Ruins, courtesy of Google. That's obviously a ruined abbey, which would be a pretty scruffy cake. And I'm not going to hollow out a cake, but I was just thinking at this stage. Then we got on to these sort of things, which are very pretty. I think that may well have been built to be a ruin rather than fallen down. It's difficult to say. Sometimes the Follies, they built them to look like ruins. Let me jump ahead to what's going on here. Oh, that's a random thing that I just found out. I completely love it. I think I would die and go to heaven if I ever actually visited this street, wherever it may be. Moving rapidly on, there's the taller ones, very interesting, with a flying door and balconies or balustrade. Not about to cover a cake with green icing, that would look pretty puke. Probably the world's smallest house. Now we're talking, because that is round and looks slightly like a cake, though obviously it's very tall. I'll probably have to make two cakes, one on top of the other. But we're in the right era. There's a close-up of it, or a different picture of it. Now there we are. This is more or less what I've settled on. The double pillars. Yes, beautiful. Not sure how I can get a domed roof. The domed roof is on my mind. Perhaps if I really fill the cake tin up and put plenty of raising agents in, I would get a reasonable amount of dome and smooth it off. I've no idea. Obviously, these things are all an improvisation. Yeah, that's not so pretty, but columns interesting. Yeah, lovely. Just a nice thing. Yeah, that's more going back to the original idea of ruins, and that is interesting. I like the place. I'll zoom in for you. But probably not that practical for a cake. Then those columns need something to hold up, don't they, really? More Follies. Yeah, we're back there. I think that's the last one. Oh, zoom out for you. Look at that gorgeousness. Look at that. In the snow too. That is magic. Now, if I could get anywhere near that sort of effect, I would be very happy. But if I'm going to do that two-tier thing, I need to go hexagonal with the hexagonal tins, because that's what I've got. Wondering if I can mix the ideas. I love that place. That is really most magical. And then, yes, so there's a hexagonal one. It's got big porches, obviously, which I don't want. But I'm thinking to kind of mix these two ideas. So that one, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That and that. That and that. I think that's all the pictures. Can't remember. Oh, I just liked that. I won't be making a transparent gate, but that is a cake, rather. That up there is absolutely lovely. Very nice. I don't know if I'll be doing anything fancy on the top. I'm a bit strapped for time, to be perfectly honest. This is not a big project for me. This is like a couple of nights only. Yes, that does look like a cake. Being pink, it looks a bit like icing, pink and white icing. What a fun place to have in your garden. Of course, one does need a sizable garden so that you have little corners to fill. And I was watching The Sound of Music today, and one needs to have a garden big enough that when it rains, the house is a long way away, and you need a little place to duck into, a nice little plaster or glass house. And also, of course, for romantic interludes. Yeah, very nice. I will do my best not to flood the cake. Oh, pretty, pretty. Interesting. Too many different shapes. I won't be using that.